Darlin going for his 4th quick time of the year and wants the extra 6 points this evening. Sideways out of turn number 4 for Dave Darlin. Second lap time is quicker, 17.187. 17.187 for Dave Darlin. 3 wins in a row for Kevin Thomas Jr. this season. Second lap time, 17.252 is quicker for Kevin Thomas Jr. 17.252 for Kevin Thomas Jr. Second lap time for Brady Bacon. Third quick with a 17.492. 17.492 for the Broken Arrow Bandit, Brady Bacon. Jones, the most USAC Eastern Storm feature wins with 6, looking for his 7th this evening. Second lap time is quicker, 17.451. 17.451 for Levi Jones. Cottle with 3 top 10s this season, looking for a 4th. 4th quick with a 17.662. 17.662 is 4th quick for Shane Cottle. First lap time for Landon Simon, 16th quick with an 18.259, and upside down goes Landon Simon. Race wins thus far through the Eastern Storm. Rolling through turns 3 and 4. Green flag waving in heat race number 1. Good start for Mark Smith. Tyler Courtney wants to follow. Here comes the Modern Day Cowboy. Slides up into the 2nd spot. Give the 2nd spot to Darren Clayton. Down the backstretch into turns 3 and 4. Darlin looks to the inside of Tyler Courtney. Battle for the 3rd spot with Darlin to the inside of Courtney. Sideway goes Clayton. Here comes Tyler Courtney. He looks to the inside. Yellow flag waving. Denny Gross stopped in turn number 4. Caution flag out on the Speedway. Single file through turns 3 and 4. We're back to green in heat race number 1. To the inside goes the Modern Day Cowboy. Slide job through turns 1 and 2. Give the lead to Darren Clayton. Tyler Courtney wants to follow suit. Looks to the inside of Mark Smith. Sideway goes Tyler Courtney. Dave Darlin going to capitalize. He'll go to the 3rd spot. Slide job from Dave Darlin out of turn number 4. Battle for the 3rd spot. Tyler Courtney now crosses back over into turns 1 and 2. Hines looks to the inside. 3-car battle for the 3rd spot coming out of turn number 2. Darlin to the inside of Tyler Courtney. Here comes the slide job from Dave Darlin. Slides up into the cushion. Give the 3rd spot to Dave Darlin. Tyler Courtney's going to cross back over. No, Darlin has the 3rd spot. Tracy Hines looks to the inside. Wants the transfer spot. Slides up. Tyler Courtney back onto the cushion. He's got the 4th spot. Tyler Courtney, your 4th and final transfer spot. Dave Darlin, 3rd. Denny Gross off the pace down the backstretch. We stay green. Darren Clayton, Mark Smith, Dave Darlin, Tracy Hines to the inside of Sunshine. Slide job from Tracy Hines. Give the 4th and final transfer spot to Tracy Hines. Chase Stockton back into the 6th spot. Tyler Courtney now back to 5th. Dave Darlin now hiring Mark Smith for the 2nd spot. The Modern Day Cowboy wants to make it 3 heat race wins in the USAC Eastern Storm down the backstretch. Dominated here in heat race number 1. Dave Darlin, slide job on Mark Smith through turns 3 and 4. You've got a 2nd place runner, Dave Darlin. Darlin up to 2nd, Mark Smith now 3rd. Yellow flag for Denny Gross in front of the leaders. Leaders do a good job of avoiding Denny Gross. Good job by the modern day cowboy to avoid the car spun through turns 1 and 2. On the backstretch, we're coming to green. 3 laps remain in heat race number 1. Darren Clayton, Mark Smith, Dave Darland, Tracy Hines looking to transfer on. Tyler Courtney to the outside in the 5th spot. Green flag waving in heat race number 1. Dave Darland to the inside of Mark Smith. Slide job from the People's Champ. Dave Darland, you've got the 2nd spot. Dave Darland down the backstretch. Tracy Hines wants to follow suit this time by. 2 laps remain for the modern day cowboy. Slide job from Tracy Hines. Give the 3rd spot to Tracy Hines. Tyler Courtney wants the 4th spot. Gonna try to follow suit. To the inside through turns 1 and 2. Slide job from Sunshine. Tyler Courtney. Give the 4th spot to Tyler Courtney. No. Crossover back from Mark Smith. This time by white flag waving for the modern day cowboy, Darren Clayton. Clayton back to the top side through turns 1 and 2. Dave Darland really reeling in. Darren Clayton down the backstretch. Battle for the lead through turns 3 and 4 this time. Dave Darland's going to try the slide job. What's the extra point? Darland up into the cushion. Side by side on a turn number 4. Give the 1st spot to the modern day cowboy, Darren Clayton. Dave Darland 2nd, 3rd, Tracy Hines, and Sunshine. Tyler Courtney transfers on in the 4th spot. Side by side down the backstretch through turn number 3. Creeping into turn number 4 where they see the green flag. We're back to green in heat race number 2. Pouch Jr. gets a good run. Goes to the top side through turns 1 and 2. Slide job from Mark Bittner. Pouch Jr. into the wall. Here comes Nick Drake. He'll go to the 2nd spot. Look at Kevin Thomas Jr. up to 3rd. From 6th to 3rd already down the backstretch into turns 3 and 4. Kevin Thomas Jr. on the move. KT now trying to reel in Nick Drake through turns 1 and 2. Cushion really coming in nicely through turns 1 and 2. Up against the wall, down the backstretch. 3-car battle now for the lead. KT looks to the inside of Nick Drake. Slide job from Kevin Thomas Jr. 2nd spot belongs to Kevin Thomas Jr. down the front stretch. Now sets his sight on Mark Bittner. Bittner, Kevin Thomas Jr., Nick Drake, Shane Cottle, your top 4. Billy Pouch Jr. now sits in the 5th spot. Here comes the slide job again. KT sets up Mark Bittner. You've got a new leader through turns 3 and 4. Crossover from Mark Bittner, leader at the front stretch, Kevin Thomas Jr. Mark Bittner 2nd, 3rd, Shane Cottle, Billy Pouch Jr. to the inside of Nick Drake for the 4th and final transfer spot. Battles all over the speedway as Shane Cottle reels in. Mark Bittner, slide job from the throttle, Shane Cottle. Cottle slides up, hits the cushion. You've got a 2nd place runner, Shane Cottle. Great racing here in heat race number 2. Shane Cottle to the 2nd spot. Mark Bittner 3rd. Nick Drake 4th. Chris Windham now into the 5th spot. Halfway home in heat race number 2. Kevin Thomas Jr.'s checked out from the 6th starting position with Shane Cottle sitting 2nd. Now the battle for the 3rd spot. Nick Drake there as well. Chris Windham going to look to the inside. Slide job from Chris Windham. Going to try to come up in front of Nick Drake. He's got the 4th spot through turn number 2. Drake crosses back over. Now he's into the 4th spot. Here comes the slide job again from Chris Windham. Side by side for the 4th spot. The 4th and final transfer spot on the line in heat race number 2. Windham back to the cushion through turns 1 and 2. This time by, we'll see the white flag waving for Kevin Thomas Jr. in heat race number 2. Battle still raging on for the 4th and final transfer spot. Windham back to the inside. Crossover Drake sideways. Here comes Chris Windham to the inside. 1 lap remaining. 1 position on the line. Chris Windham slide job by Nick Drake. 4th and final transfer spot belongs to Chris Windham down the backstretch. But out of turn number 4, your winner from Coleman, Alabama, Kevin Thomas Jr. The throttle, Shane Cottle's going to come home 2nd. Mark Bittner is going to finish. Oh, Mark Bittner slows on the front stretch, but still finishes 3rd. Chris Windham going to finish in the 4th and final transfer spot. So a good run. Four spots on the line to the big dance this evening here in heat race number 3. who will get them down the backstretch. Creeping into turns 3 and 4, Ryan Smith, Tim Glatfelter on the front row. They fire, we go green. Brent Marks makes his way to the top side through turns 1 and 2 to the outside of Ryan Smith. Give the second spot to Brent Marks. Brady Bacon looks to the inside of Ryan Smith. Going to try the slide job through turns 3 and 4. Not going to slide up. Ryan Smith powers back to the outside. Tim Glatfelter, your leader in heat race number 3. Brent Marks going to follow in suit on the top of the cushion out of turn number 2. Ryan Smith there in the third spot, slows on the backstretch. The third spot belongs to Brady Bacon. Battle for the lead. Brent Marks to the inside through turns 3 and 4. Caution flag waves as Ryan Smith stops in turn number 3, and it looks like Ryan Smith's car went stalled almost out of turn number 2 and rolled it down the backstretch. Tim Glatfelter, Brent Marks, Brady Bacon, Joey Biazzi, your 4 transfer spots. Robert Ballou there as well. Green flag waving out of turn number 4. Brady Bacon gets a good run to the outside. Brent Marks does as well. Slides up, not going to try the slide job though. Back to second, Brady Bacon up to third. Joey Biazzi in the 4 spot, spinning out of turn number 2 as Brent Marks tries to set up Tim Glatfelter. Caution flag waves. That's the 59T of Tim Stalling, stopped in turn number 2. Creeping down the backstretch. Rolling in through turns 3 and 4. Near the top side, bit of a slow pace for Tim Glatfelter. He'll fire back off. We're back to green. Brent Marks gets a huge run, sets up Tim Glatfelter. Slide job from Brent Marks, not going to stick. Glatfelter back to the outside. Great racing in heat race number 3 as Brent Marks throws a haymaker through turns 1 and 2, and it's not going to stick. Brady Bacon back to the inside. Battle for the second spot. Joey Biazzi slides up, battling for the 4th and final transfer spot. Robert Ballou looks to the inside of Biazzi. Slide job from the Rockland, California native, Robert Ballou, the madman, up to 4th. Brent Marks, a big run down the backstretch, going to pull Brady Bacon with him. Marks looks to the inside, going to try the slide job again. Tim Glatfelter does a good job, crosses back over. 3-car battle for the lead. Oh my, it's getting good in heat race number 3. Brady Bacon to the inside, side by side for the second spot. Tim Glatfelter in car number 50, your leader in heat race number 3. Brent Marks trying to reel him in, so was Brady Bacon. Bacon looks to the inside out of turn number 4. Marks to the inside, slide job from Brent Marks. You've got a new leader, Brent Marks, 3 wide going down the backstretch. Brady Bacon looks to the inside, slide job from Brady Bacon through turn 3 and 4. Second spot belongs to Brady Bacon. Brent Marks, Brady Bacon. Here comes the Rockland, California native, the madman, Robert Ballou up to 3rd. 4th goes to Tim Glatfelter, this time by 2 laps remain in an exciting heat race number 3. Brent Marks, Brady Bacon breaking with a huge run down the front stretch. Going to try to go to the top side through turns 1 and 2. Trying to reel in Brent Marks on the cushion through turns 1 and 2. White flag will wave next time by. 3-car horse race now for heat race number 3. Bacon back to the top side. Going to try to set him up. No, Bacon's into the marbles. Bacon's into the marbles, and we're going white flag. We'll stay green. Brent Marks, Brady Bacon, the Rockland, California native, the madman, Robert Ballou, and Tim Glatfelter trying to transfer on down the backstretch into turns 3 and 4. Checkered flag waves. Brent Marks going to try to hold on. Brady Bacon, no. Brent Marks wins heat race number 3. Brady Bacon finishes in 2nd, Robert Ballou 3rd, and Tim Glatfelter, your top 4 in an exciting heat race number 3. Pace car pulls in, we'll go green out of turn number 4. Buckle up, race fans. It's going to get good in heat race number 4. Through turns 3 and 4. Green flag waving, we're back to green. Rick Horn slides up to the top side of the cushion. Kyle Moody going to try to thread the needle. Hunter Schoenberg up to second. Schoenberg up to the second spot down the backstretch with Rick Horn. Slide job from Hunter Schoenberg. You've got a new leader, Hunter Schoenberg in car number 35. Kyle Moody into the second spot. Rick Horn still holding on to second. Kyle Moody up to the top side. Brian Clausen looks to the inside. Slide job on Kyle Moody. Brian Clausen in the third spot. Moody back to the inside of Rick Horn. 3-car battle for the second spot. Levi Jones in there as well. 4-car battle for second and third. Brian Clausen now back to the third spot. Gonna look to the inside of Rick Horn. Horn back to the cushion. Slide job from Brian Clausen. Second spot belongs to Brian Clausen. No, Rick Horn crosses back over. Clausen gonna try to slide Rick Horn again through turns 3 and 4. Second spot belongs to Brian Clausen down the front stretch. Hunter Schoenberg says, you guys can keep fighting, I'm going to pull away down the backstretch. Your leader in heat race number 4 is Hunter Schoenberg. This time by halfway home for Hunter Schoenberg into the cushion out of turn number 4. Levi Jones takes the 4th spot right in front of Dalton Gabbard. Levi Jones going to look to the inside of Rick Horn through turns 1 and 2. Third spot belongs to Levi Jones. Dalton Gabbard slides up to the inside of Rick Horn. Rick Horn still holding on to 4th. Hunter Schoenberg, Brian Clausen, Levi Jones bikes it through turns 3 and 4. He has the 3rd spot right now with Rick Horn holding on to 4th. Gabbard gonna look to the inside of Rick Horn with Kyle Moody there as well. That's the battle for the transfer spot, a 3-car battle. Battle on the track right now for the transfer spot as Dalton Gabbard goes back to the top side through 3 and 4. Crossover from Gabbard, side by side for the transfer spot. Gabbard to the inside, slide job from Dalton Gabbard up into the cushion. 4th spot belongs to Dalton Gabbard. White flag waving for Hunter Schoenberg, your leader here in heat race number 4. Brian Clausen 2nd, 3rd Levi Jones, 4th Dalton Gabbard, and Rick Horn doing a good job trying to hold on to the 5th spot. Top 2 cars check out as we go into turns 3 and 4. Checkered flag waves, 100%. Hunter Schoenberg wins heat race number 4. Brian Clausen finishes in 2nd, 3rd Levi Jones. Out of turn number 4, Dalton Gabbard is going to transfer on through heat race number 4.
Brian Gilmore and Brett Arndt up in row number 1. Pace truck heading in. 8 laps to distance. 2 qualifying heats for the ARDC Wingless Midgets. Brian Gilmore and Brett Arndt, Ryan Greff and Nick Ween. Here they come. Charging into the turn. 3 wide, 4 wide now through the corner down the back straightaway. Up front, the number 13 of Gilmore out in front of the pack now. Charging into the turn, Ween down on the inside. Powers his way into the number 3 position off the corner. Here comes Greff now, the 33 to the outside lane. 3 wide again. Ryan Watt, who got his career started here down the back straightaway, picking up 2 more spots. He'll dive to the bottom. Keep your eye on the 16W. Flying Ryan now 4th. Look out, he spins. Champion on the tour, next in line, here they come. Charging down the straightaway now, Ween on the outside with a 78 and Bright on the bottom with a 92, battling through the turn. Keep your eye in the middle of that pack down the back straightaway. Slick Nick Ween down the back straightaway. He's on the outside lane. Now looking for the number 2 position. They're 3 wide off the corner. Down the front straightaway, Ween now 2nd. Heaston going to the outside with a number 12. 3 cars now make it 4, battling for 2nd. Down back, 3 wide again. How about that move? Drew Heaston up the inside. Heaston now going to 2nd, not for long. He's being challenged. He's back to 3rd. Just like that, he's back to 2nd. Heaston Easton winning the last event here at SSP that ARDC put on. I'll tell you what, ARDC said if USAC can do it, so can we. Slide Job City down the back straightaway. Easton second, Wien is third. Bright now battling for the number 4 position. Meanwhile, up front, Ryan Greth leads the way down the front stretch. Ryan Greth out in front of the pack, heading down the back straightaway. Two-lap signal coming up this time. 2 to go down the front straightaway. Ryan Greth leading the way. Easton second, Wien third. Bright fourth. Into the turn, Gilmore in the 5th position, heading down the back straightaway. Ryan Greth maintaining the number 1 spot now as they work between the corners. Ryan Greth down the front, white flag, 1 to go. Battle for second. Drew Easton and Nick Wien heading into the turn. Wien is in third, putting the pressure on Easton out of the corner. Bright is in 4th, down the back. 3-car battle further back in the pack. Checkered flag will be waving off the turn. The victory will fall to Ryan Greth. Drew Easton maintaining second to the line over Wien. All right, Steve Dravecki, who looked like he was on his way to a win Wednesday night before mechanical problems took him out of the race up front. Tony DiMatteo alongside. Here we go. Green is out, charging down the straightaway. Trevor Kobalars in the number 1 now in third. Heading out of the corner down the back straightaway. Kobalars on the inside. Battling on the backstretch. We've now got a 4-car battle for second. Bruce Buckwalter, last night's winner at Port Royal, sweeping to the outside lane. He's in the middle, 3 wide now. Dravecki leading the way down the front straightaway. DiMatteo still second, 3 wide again, heading out of the corner. Down the back straightaway, still Buckwalter, the 83, battling now with the 57 of Rice into the corner. Jason Rice battling there, heading out of the turn, 3 wide again. Kobalars to the outside with the number 1 car into the turn. He'll pick up second. Buckwalter to the outside of Rice. He'll go to 4th down the backstretch. Steve Dravecki still leading the way with the number 19 into the turn. Dravecki setting the pace off the corner. Giving chase now is Kobalars down the front stretch. Here comes Bruce Buckwalter into the turn. He'll go to the inside. Can't pull a slider that time. Down the back. We've got action further back in the pack now as they battle for positions to get into the handicapping for tonight's main event. Off the corner, halfway, lap 4 down the front stretch. Here comes Trevor Kobalars. He'll sweep to the outside of Dravecki, riding the cushion down the backstretch. Dravecki 1 into the turn. Kobalars on the outside, high, wide, and handsome out of the turn. Down the chute. Dravecki can't hold him off. New leader, Trevor Kobalars, now the leader. Dravecki second. Here comes DiMatteo on the outside. Further back, Rice battling for position. Dravecki trying to get the lead back as they work into the turn. Here comes DiMatteo, former micro sprint driver, now throwing his hat back into the ring. 2-lap signal, 3-car battle under a blanket into the corner. DiMatteo above the cushion. Buckwalter trying to join the fray down the backstretch. Working into the turn. The battle for the lead not over. Heading out of the corner. White flag. Kobalars leading the way. 1 to go. Dravecki trying to get the lead back. Here comes DiMatteo into the corner. Kobalars on the outside. Dravecki on the bottom down the backstretch. Final lap. Heat race number 2 for ARDC Midgets into the corner. Standby scorers, here they come to the checker, off the corner. Dravecki pulls a wheelie down the straightaway. Kobalars will beat Dravecki. DiMatteo and Buckwalter to the line. Then Rice and Tim Buckwalter.
Field looks good. Lights are out. We're going green this time. Joey Biazzi on the front row. Kyle Moody, Mark Smith, Billy Pouch Jr., Denny Gross, Rick Horn. Creeping in the turns 3 and 4. Green flag waving. Biazzi to the top side. Kyle Moody going to follow with him down the backstretch. Out of turn number 2. Kyle Moody has the second spot. Mark Smith up the third. Smith moves into the third spot. Looks to the inside of Kyle Moody through turns 3 and 4. 3-car battle. Now Joey Biazzi pulls away for the lead. Biazzi through turns 1 and 2 on the cushion. Kyle Moody there as well. Mark Smith in the third spot. Billy Pouch Jr. fourth. Denny Gross fifth. And 6 is with Stallings. So Tim Stallings has the 6th and final transfer spot. Joey Biazzi, Kyle Moody, Mark Smith, Billy Pouch Jr. trying to pull away down the backstretch. 4 cars, single file for your top 4. The closest battle on the track is Stallings trying to look to the outside of Denny Gross. Billy Pouch Jr. trying to track down Mark Smith in that third spot as Joey Biazzi pulls away from the field here in the semi. Kyle Moody second, third Mark Smith, fourth Billy Pouch Jr. over to the marbles, close to the wall is Billy Pouch Jr. We stay green. Good job by Pouch Jr. to keep it off the wall, rolling through turns 3 and 4 now. Biazzi still your leader with 5 laps in. Kyle Moody second, Mark Smith third, Billy Pouch Jr. fourth. Mark Smith trying to track down Kyle Moody for the second spot. This time by halfway home in tonight's B-Main. Mark Smith actually tracking down Kyle Moody just a little bit. We roll through turns 1 and 2 now, going down the backstretch. The Mach 1 from Sunbury, Pennsylvania. Mark Smith trying to reel him in, looks to the inside, might bend a little bit too early, slides up, hits the cushion. Kyle Moody still holds on to the second spot. Mark Smith with a big run, trying to set up Kyle Moody. They roll through turns 1 and 2. Caution flag waves. Denny Gross and Dan Mozzie stopped in at turn number 3. Caution flag waves.
So this is checker flag. Take it back to pits.
So Joey Biazzi in car number B1 will transfer on to his third main event. And 3 nights in the USAC Eastern Storm. Kyle Moody second. Mark Smith will be third. Billy Pouch Jr. fourth. 5th car number 47, Michael Hamer. And then Racer X, Dan Mazey, transfers on.
All right, we're ready to go. Lights are out around the Speedway. 20 laps of distance. American Racing Drivers Club, 3rd time this week with USAC. This is the first of 2 times this year here at SSP. They'll be back for the Candy Bowl in October. ARDC, American Racing Drivers Club, over 70 years strong. We're ready to go racing. Brent Arndt up front with Steven Dravicki. Here they come. Charging into the turn, 3 wide already. Through the corner down the back straightaway, Brett Arndt will grab the lead. Battle now for the number 2 spot. Dravecki holds it down the back straightaway. Up front, maintaining that number 1 spot on lap number 1 will be Brett Arndt. Here comes DeMattia in the number 50, battling to the outside of Dravecki into the turn. DeMattia now battling off the corner on the outside lane, looking for the number 2 position. Here comes Trevor Kobalars in the number 1. 4-car battle for the lead off the corner. Wheelie by Dravecki off the turn, battling for the lead. Kobalars right there into the corner. DeMattia on the outside now, battling 3 wide for the lead. Down the back straightaway, Kobalars throws his hat into the ring. 4 cars, now soon to be 5, battling for the lead off the corner. 3 wide down the front for second. Ryan Greth, the 33, joining the battle into the corner. Down the back straightaway, 2 by 2 for second and third and fourth and fifth. Down the back straightaway, working into the turn. Brett Arndt leading a swarm of angry midgets out of the corner. Here they come, 3 wide. Brett Arndt leading DeMattia. Kobalars now third. Dravecki, who had been up front, now back to fifth. 3 wide again. Down the back straightaway, here comes Kobalars in the 1. He's now third. DeMattia and Kobalars battling into the turn. Brett Arndt maintaining the lead. Kobalars with a slide job. 3 wide again. Greth goes by Dravecki and DeMattia into the turn. Kobalars now second. They're 3 wide one more time, trying to make it 4. Down the back straightaway, Brett Arndt continuing to set the pace. Excellent Axon ARDC feature. 5 cars under a tablecloth out of the corner. Down the front straightaway, Dravecki fighting back with a number 19. Side-by-side battle for the lead. Trevor Kobalars on the outside, battling for Brett Arndt for the lead spot. Down the back straightaway, into the turn. Trevor Kobalars riding the cushion. He'll take the lead. Kobalars 1. Second is Arndt. Third is Dravecki. Then Greth. Then DeMattia. Then Nick Ween into the turn. Heading down the back straightaway now. Kobalars having the biggest lead anyone has had in this feature. 3-car battle now for second. We had a 5-car. Oh, Kobalars gets high. Here they come after him down the front. We had a 5-car battle for the lead. We now have a 3-car battle for second spot. They're 3 wide again. Heading out of the corner. Down the back, turn 1, we've got trouble. We've got a spinner. Yellow is on. 57, Jason Rice getting tangled with another car, spun it out down in the turn, brings out the yellow. Here we go. Trevor Kobalars bringing him to the green. Back to racing. Look out, turn 1. We got a couple of cars around. One's going over. Red lights are on. One car got sideways. Another car caught a wheel upside down against the guardrail here in turn 1. Red lights are on. Still 8 laps in the record book. Drew Heaston 6th. Ryan Watt 7th. Here we go. Back to green, rocketing into the turn. 2 wide for 4 rows, some high, some low, down the back straightaway. Kobalars now under pressure from Ryan Greth as they work down the back stretch. Kobalars, Greth, here comes the battle. Dravecki back to the bottom lane, working for second. 5-car battle for 4th spot as they head into the turn. They're 2 by 2 for 3 rows off the corner, down the back straightaway. Greth putting the pressure on the leader, Kobalars. Cross flags this time, halfway coming up on the leader. Trevor Kobalars down the front straightaway. Greth, Dravecki, DeMattia. Now Nick Ween losing a spot to Drew Heaston into the turn. Heaston and Ween swap spots. Here comes Ryan Watt down the backstretch. Flying Ryan down the back straightaway, charging into the corner. Ryan Greth not letting Kobalars get away down the front straightaway. Ween now in a heated battle into the turn. Ween battling with Kyle Lick and Ryan Watt down the backstretch. Watt to the outside, can't make the move this time. He'll try again in 3 and 4 into the second half of our feature down the front stretch. Trevor Kobilar's now beginning to pull away just a little bit as they work out of the corner. Down the back straightaway. Kobilar's with the lead. Now we've got a two-car battle for the number 3 position. Dravecki battling with Drew Heaston off the turn. Heaston on the outside of Dravecki. DeMattia battling with Ryan Watt. Ryan pulling a move down low going into 1. Watt makes the move. He's now 5th. Down the back straightaway into the turn. Dravecki and Drew Heaston battling for 3rd. Dravecki down low, down the front straightaway. Up high, Drew Heaston into the corner. Ryan Watt pedaling quick, he is in 5th. Ween battling off the turn with DeMattia. Then Kyle Lick down the backstretch. 5 to go this time. Drew Heaston still battling for 2nd position. Motoring into the corner. Heaston still trying. He's throwing everything but the kitchen sink of Dravecki, and they're both catching Ryan Greth. Greth losing ground on the leader, Trevor Kobilar's. Inside the final 5, off the corner. Trevor Kobilar's out in front of the pack now. Soon to be a 4-car battle for 2nd. Ryan Watt, the 16W, beginning to close the gap down the back straightaway. Heaston cannot get around Dravecki. Dravecki moving in on Greth for 2nd, and Ryan Watt right behind them. Ryan Watt down the front straightaway from that 467 cubic inch power plant big block modified to an ARDC Midget 1 night later. Down the back straightaway. 2-lap signal. 2 to go this time for Trevor Kobilar's. Big lead. 4-car battle for 2nd. Dravecki moving back in to challenge Greth for the number 2 spot. Right behind Ryan Watt now battling with the 12 of Heaston down the back straightaway. Here comes a white flag. 1 lap to go off the corner. Dravecki challenging Greth for 2nd. Down the front. 1 to go. Watt putting the pressure on Heaston. Further back we've got more side-by-side action. Side by side, Dravecki and Greth down the back straightaway. No doubt about the number 1 spot. Checkered flag will be waving off the turn. The victory will fall to Trevor Kobilar's. Runner-up spot, anybody's guess. Down to the wire, it will be Greth over Dravecki, Heaston, and Watt. All right, Trevor, congratulations. Nice job out there tonight. You had to work hard on the outside to get the lead.
Yeah, I mean, the track crew did a great job setting it up where the high line was the place to be. Set the car up perfect. I can't thank my dad and our family and all of our crew guys enough for it, all of our sponsors. We've been having a pretty rough week, and it's great to end it this way.
You know, you didn't get to the front real quick. You kept pacing yourself, working the high line. Dravecki was working good down low, a couple of the other guys, but persistence paid off for you.
Yeah, I mean, I knew that we had a really good car. I knew there was plenty of time and that we were fast, that I just needed to wait for the right time to pass the cars to keep my momentum up on the top. I was pretty confident in our car with how it was working and everything. So just can't thank the Lord, all my friends and family, everyone that's here to help us out. It's great.
You know, you guys were the point leaders coming into this. You had a couple of rough nights, but, you know, a win certainly put you right back in the running.
Yeah, I don't know where the other guys finished up or not, but it's great to get our first win this season, and hopefully we can get a couple more before it's done.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, there you go. Your winning driver, Trevor Kobilar's.
Citywide saluting the history of the United States Auto Club back in Indianapolis, Indiana. Tonight we are in Pennsylvania, the USAC Eastern Storm finale. Shane Cottle, 3 top 10s this season. Best finish, a 6th place finish Wednesday at the Grandview Speedway, looking for his first win in 2013. Also looking for his 4th national sprint car win, Tracy Hines. Levi Jones, Brady Bacon, Kevin Thomas Jr., Dave Darland, Robert Ballou. Susquehanna, it's time to get dirty. 30 laps on the board, reaching into turns 3 and 4. Out of turn number 4, we're green. Shane Cottle finds the line he wants, goes to the top side through turns 1 and 2. Shane Cottle, your leader down the backstretch, yellow flag waving. Yellow flag waving. No start there, as the race officials did not like the start coming out of turn number 4. Warren's going to pick up the sticks on the flag stand, point them down there, give him the stare. You got to go out of turn number 4, Mr. Cottle. Shane Cottle prefers the top line, so tried everything he could to get to the top line, but USAC officials did not let it, so we'll go green next time by. Shane Cottle, Tracy Hines, Levi Jones, Brady Bacon, Kevin Thomas Jr., Dave Darland, the Madman, Robert Ballou, Brian Clausen, Darren Clayton. Keep an eye out for the modern-day cowboy, Darren Clayton. Creeping through turns 3 and 4, green flag waving. Better start that time. Cottle slides up to the top side through turns 1 and 2. Tracy Hines going to try to follow suit down the backstretch. Levi Jones looks to the inside. Kevin Thomas Jr. to the inside of the track, battle with Brady Bacon, stuffs into the bottom just a little bit, trying to run the bottom, left out to dry. Here comes Tracy Hines up to the 2nd spot. Kevin Thomas Jr., big run to 4th. Darland slides up, tries to fall behind Kevin Thomas Jr., Brady Bacon up into the top 5. Look out for Darren Clayton. Clayton up into the 8th spot, already right behind Brady Bacon. Shane Cottle, your leader. Tracy Hines, 2nd, 3rd, Levi Jones. 4th, Kevin Thomas Jr. Your top 5 with Dave Darland. Shane Cottle, Tracy Hines, Levi Jones, Kevin Thomas Jr., your top 5 with Dave Darland. Stretched out down the front stretch. Racing on the top side around the Susquehanna Speedway Park. Brian Clausen trying to make the bottom work, trying to find as much moisture on the bottom of the track. Clausen sits into the 9th spot. Tracy Hines really reeling down Shane Cottle now through turns 1 and 2. Hines looks to the middle of the track through 1 and 2. Now falls back a little bit as Cottle pulls away down the backstretch. Darren Clayton up to the 8th spot, right in front of Brian Clausen and right behind Robert Ballou. Battle for the lead now. Tracy Hines going to look to the inside of Shane Cottle through turns 1 and 2. Cottle down the backstretch, gets a big run down the backstretch, but loses momentum through 3 and 4. Cottle to the top side, Hines to the top side as well. Battle for the lead out of turn number 4. Levi Jones, 3rd, Kevin Thomas Jr., 4th, slide job from Kevin Thomas Jr., trying to get the 3rd spot through turns 1 and 2. Up to the cushion, give the 3rd spot to KT. No, Levi Jones crosses back. He got the 3rd spot. Kevin Thomas Jr. looks to the inside again. Levi Jones shuts the door. Kevin Thomas Jr. trying to cross back under. As this is happening, Dave Darland reeling down the 3rd and 4th place car. Red flag is out. Car upside down in turns 3 and 4.
I think B1 and 50 are up there.
We believe the B1 of Joey Biazzi involved. The car upside down in turn number 3. And also car number 50 of Tim Gladfelter. The familiar 65 up front, powered by Shane Cottle from Kokomo, Indiana. Tracy Hines looking for his third USAC National Sprint Car win this year and 46th all-time. Through turns 3 and 4. Green flag waving. Shane Cottle got a great start and heads to the top side through turns 1 and 2 and set sail down the backstretch. Kevin Thomas Jr., big run on Levi Jones. Looks to the inside, slide jobs from Kevin Thomas Jr. You've got the third spot. Give it to Kevin Thomas Jr. Levi Jones now back into fourth. Dave Darlin wants to come with KT. Darlin looks to the inside of Levi Jones. 3-car battle for the third spot out of turn number 2. Look at the battle for the 6th spot now with Robert Ballou and Brady Bacon. Bacon looks to the inside of Robert Ballou. Brian Clausen there as well, trying to run the bottom of the track. Big run for Brian Clausen. Shane Cottle, Tracy Hines, Kevin Thomas Jr. Slide job from Dave Darlin. Give the 4th spot to the People's Champ, Dave Darlin. While Darlin pulls away, Clayton sees Dave Darlin trying to pull away to win the USAC Eastern Storm Championship. Shane Cottle, Tracy Hines, Kevin Thomas Jr., Dave Darlin, Levi Jones, your top 5. Robert Ballou, Brian Clausen. In the 6th and 7th spot as Ballou's tracked down Levi Jones down the backstretch. Ballou's hooked up this evening. Your leader still Shane Cottle, Tracy Hines, 2nd, 3rd, Kevin Thomas Jr. Dave Darlin tries the slide job, not going to stick. Levi Jones into the wall. Jones into the wall out of turn number 2. We keep it rolling, we stay green. Robert Ballou now takes the 6th spot away. 5th spot goes to Robert Ballou, 4th Dave Darlin, Kevin Thomas Jr. 3rd, Tracy Hines, Shane Cottle your leader. Levi Jones to the inside of Brian Clausen. Luckily no damage really on Levi Jones' machine in car number 39. Blue to the top side on the cushion, battle for the lead down the front stretch though. Shane Cottle getting hounded by Tracy Hines. Darlin looks for the slide job by Dave Darlin. KT crosses back over. his 4th of the year. Brian Clausen, he wants his 2nd. Robert Ballou, his 1st as well. Creeping into turns 3 and 4. Cottle slides up to the top. Now back to the bottom. We go green. Slide job from Kevin Thomas Jr. KT bounces the car through turns 1 and 2. Now back on the hammer. Kevin Thomas Jr. up the 2nd. KT not sitting around waiting, up into the 2nd spot. Now trying to track down Shane Cottle. Cottle, your leader. Kevin Thomas Jr. 2nd. Tracy Hines 3rd. Brian Clausen 4th. And Robert Ballou, your top 5. Jones looks to the inside of Dave Dorland. Gives Dave Dorland the 6th spot down the backstretch. Big move by Kevin Thomas Jr. on the restart. Gonna set him up for maybe a chance at the win as he's tracking down Shane Cottle. 9 laps remain. KT trying to make it 4 wins in 2013. He's got him. He's going down the backstretch. Gonna try it this time. Slide job from Kevin Thomas Jr. 3rd turns 3 and 4. Cottle's gonna cross back over. Slide job again from Kevin Thomas Jr. Not messing around through turns 1 and 2. Here comes Tracy Hines to the inside. Shane Cottle fighting off slide jobs and haymakers from Kevin Thomas Jr. He's the leader out of turn number 4. Shane Cottle, Kevin Thomas Jr., Tracy Hines, Brian Clausen. Don't look now. Brian Clausen's coming to the mix to win this thing. Clausen into the 4th position. Clausen looks to the inside of Tracy Hines, just waiting, lurking in the 4th spot. Don't count out car number 20. Always a chance to win at the end of this race, and looks to the inside, side by side with Tracy Hines for the 3rd spot. Brian Clausen looks back to the inside of Tracy Hines, trying to battle for that position as he started 8th tonight and this evening. 5 laps remain. Clausen to the inside of Tracy Hines, looking for the 3rd spot. These 3 cars battling for the 2nd spot as Shane Cottle pulls away. Darland separated himself from Darren Clayton with 2 cars, so that's where the point standings look right now. Darren Clayton trying to get around Brent Marks. Shane Cottle, Kevin Thomas Jr., Tracy Hines, Brian Clausen, your top 4. Don't count out Kevin Thomas Jr. this time by 3 laps remain for Shane Cottle, trying to get the 1st win in car number 65 and his 3rd national sprint car win. The top 4 leaders have pulled away. Rockland, California's native Robert Ballou sits in the 5th spot. This time by 2 laps remain for Shane Cottle. Can Kevin Thomas Jr. get it done? Cottle, Kevin Thomas Jr., Tracy Hines, your top 3. Brian Clausen in tow as well. Clausen's going to try it again. Slide job by Brian Clausen. He's going to take the 3rd spot. No, Tracy Hines crosses back over. White flag waving for Shane Cottle. 1 lap to go. Kevin Thomas Jr. has 1 more chance at it. Through the cushion through turns 1 and 2. Good run for Kevin Thomas Jr. down the backstretch. 1 final time. Gonna try it into turns 3 and 4. Kevin Thomas Jr. tries the slide job. Here comes KT. Slide job by Cottle. 2 at the line. Shane Cottle wins it.